welcome back to my channel. Happy Thursday. Today what I'm talking about is my top 10 Disney restaurants. Top 10 must eat at food locations in Disney World. Again, this is in Disney World, not in Disneyland. When we go back to Disneyland, I'll make more videos on that. But I've only been to Disneyland, California one time. So it's kind of hard to say exactly what my favorites would be because I definitely haven't went to it a lot. So now I could definitely change these orders around. I will note that I did not put down any of the Epcot countries because they all are kind of like equal to me. Not like the best I've ever had, but I definitely try to do a different country every single time we go down there. So I definitely recommend eating somewhere in World Showcase. So just pick something that strikes your fancy and go with it. I almost went to every country at this point and ate something, so it's really amazing. Definitely try that. You know, you could put 10 restaurants of just them on this list and it would be amazing. Also, if you'll notice, there's no restaurants in Animal Kingdom that I picked. There's just not really been any in Animal Kingdom that I am just absolutely in love with. A lot of people really like the Yak and Yeti. And we did the quick service Yak and Yeti and it was pretty good, but it wasn't anything that was, you know, anything to write home about. So that's why those two things are kind of not on my list. So if you disagree, then feel free to comment down below what is your top 10 restaurants. I'd love to see what yours are as well. And I could have missed one for sure. These are just what came to mind whenever I'm thinking, well, if I only got to go one more time, where would be some of the places I would want to eat to make sure I do that. So number 10 is actually my quick service restaurant, is the Columbia Harbor House in Magic Kingdom. Now this restaurant, I love the chicken pot pie. I love that they have all the seafood. I love seafood. I do love that they have the second floor. So if you're looking for somewhere a little bit more quiet, the Columbia Harbor House is a fantastic option. It's right, if you want to know where it is, it's right around the Haunted Mansion area in the Liberty Square type time. But you go to Haunted Mansion and then just right around the corner is the Columbia Harbor House. There's usually not a wait. And I've just always had such a good experience there. So definitely recommend the Columbia Harbor House. Number 9 is also in Magic Kingdom. It's Crystal Palace. Now this is a buffet. So I'm not super into buffets, but I am super into character dining. I do love character dining. How it works is that you would come in and you get your buffet, and as you're eating, the characters will come around. Now what characters are here is going to be Winnie the Pooh characters. So you've got Pooh, Tigger, Piglet, and I think Eeyore. So that's such a good group of them to go through. It's such a beautiful restaurant as well. It's very light, has lots of windows. It's such a good location. So location is very key to me because whenever I go to Disney World, I want to do anything and everything that I can, you know, sun up to sundown. So I think location is huge, and I do like having a buffet. So because you don't have to wait on your service and stuff like that. Just do notice though, if you did miss a character because you were up at the buffet, just make sure you tell your server and then they will get them to come right back around for you. It may not be exactly right then, but they will come around before you leave for sure. You do get to see every character before you leave, so make sure you do that. Don't get up and leave before you've seen Pooh or something. And the location for this is right on Main Street. So if you are coming from the castle and looking down Main Street like you're leaving the park, it would be the first kind of restaurant there on the right. And now if you see Casey's, there's Casey's hot dog stand, it's right next to that. And again, it has lots of beautiful big windows, and it seems to be one of the best restaurants that is right there in that Main Street area. So definitely recommend Crystal Palace. Number 8 is another buffet. It's actually another character meal as well, is Chef Mickey's. Now this is a character buffet that features the Fab Five. So you got Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Daisy, and Goofy. Yes, I believe those are your Fab Five. So those are going to be the ones that's at your character meal. Again, that goes to a buffet, and their buffet was so great. They even had macaroons on the buffet, which is fabulous. So I liked all the food. It was great. The character interactions was really good. Like, they spent time with each table, which I really, really love a lot. So definitely recommend Chef Mickey's. And it also has a pretty good location. Now this is not actually in a theme park, it is in the Contemporary Resort. So what you would do is you go from the Magic Kingdom, take the monorail, zip over to the Contemporary Resort, and then just head straight down the stairs, and it's on like the main level of the lobby. Then is not a table service, it is the snack service. It's Aloha Aisle, and if anyone's been to Magic Kingdom, you know that Aloha Aisle is Dole Whip. So the Dole Whip is so good at Aloha Aisle. So you could get either the Dole Whip or the Dole Whip float. Either one is fabulous. If you're just gonna get one, I would actually probably go with the float. It's more iconic, like what all people get, but it's pineapple soft serve ice cream. So good. Now you can get that there at Aloha Aisle in Magic Kingdom. Now where it is kind of, I think it's a little bit hard if you've never been there before to kind of find it. If you go in Adventureland and where the Magic Carpets of Aladdin is, right behind that, which is really close to where Aladdin and Jasmine actually have their meet and greet. Yeah, right across from there is Aloha Aisle, and you can do mobile order usually, and that works out pretty good. But you go stand in line there, and then they'll get your pineapple float there. If you're staying at the Polynesian, or if you happen to be over at the Polynesian, they do have, I forget what it's called. I think it's Pineapple Lanai. I think so. And that's on the main floor of the Polynesian. So you'd have to, once you come in from the monorail, you have to go down the stairs. And if you go out like you're going towards the pool, it's right there. As soon as you go outside the door to the left is the Pineapple Lanai snack service, where you could get adult whip and adult float as well. So now there are other options, like you have the citrus one, you have a couple different types of them, but again, the regular, the original, or the float is the way to go for sure. Okay, number 6 is Be Our Guest. So that's going to again be in Magic Kingdom. You see a trend here, love Magic Kingdom. But Be Our Guest is the Belle themed restaurant. So you definitely have to get reservations for this. Now you could do lunch or dinner. We have done lunch as a quick service, and it's okay if you just want to get in there to see the view of the restaurant, because it is probably the most beautiful restaurant you've ever seen. The theme of it is like you're in the Belle's Castle. So the main room is the ballroom, like the ballroom of them dancing. Then you have the Western Wing, which we've never gotten to eat at yet, but that's a really cool area, which is where his like picture and the rose is. And then there's the library, I think, or the Rose Gallery, I think it says, but it's not much of anything. So I definitely would recommend staying in that area. And that's kind of the reason why you want to go for lunch, is you get to pick where you get to sit, which is nice. So yeah, lunch is quick service, but then dinner is table service, and the dinner at table service is amazing, and the dessert that comes with it, you know, that's just really good. And I loved the lamb. Probably the best meal I've probably ever had is the lamb at Be Our Guest, so definitely recommend that. Number 5 is Ohana, and now this is at the Polynesian Resort. Now this is when you, as soon as you go over there from Magic Kingdom, take the monorail over to the Polynesian, and it's on the 2nd floor. You just go straight to the back of the building, and there is Ohana. Now Ohana, of course, means family. It is a family style restaurant. So when you come in, they will give you some pineapple bread, which is amazing. Then you go sit down, and then they'll start bringing you out these trays of things. The dumplings are like the best thing I've ever had. Well, I don't know about that. It's one of the best things ever is those dumplings. Then you also have chicken wings that are really good. And then they'll start bringing you skewers of meat. And you'll just say, do I want chicken? Do you want steak? Do you want shrimp? And they'll just keep bringing you food, because it's like a Brazilian style steakhouse. So it is like a buffet, because it is all you can eat. But make sure you save room at the end for the pineapple bread pudding. It is so good. That was like one of the best desserts. And now it is expensive at Ohana, but it is worth it if you've never been there. So definitely recommend that. And if you time it right, you would be able to actually see the fireworks at Magic Kingdom from your table at Ohana if you time it right. So definitely try to get your reservation about 30 minutes before the fireworks are about to go on, or maybe even an hour before. That way you're still eating during the time for the fireworks. And they do pipe in the music, so that's really good. Number 4 is Whispering Canyon. Now this, I've only got to eat there one time, but it's, I don't even remember what the food was, but the atmosphere was so great. Now this is at Wilderness Lodge. As soon as you come in the Wilderness Lodge, through the front doors to the left is the Whispering Canyon restaurant, and it's a table service, so you do order off a menu, but it's just a really cool atmosphere. If you want ketchup, they just start bringing you ketchup. Like if you don't really want to be messed with much, you can also just watch, and the server is very good about that. So like, I'm one who doesn't like a lot of audience participation, but I do like to watch other people, so that worked out well for me. So it's just a lot of more fun type, casual type of restaurant, and if I remember correctly, it was quite reasonably priced as well, so definitely check that one out. I don't think it gets as much play as it needs to. Number 3 is another snack service, which actually might be considered quick service, but I think it's just snack service, and that's Caramel Couture in Germany, and that is where they take the caramel that they are making from Germany, and they say put it on Werther's caramel, and they put it on popcorn. It is the most amazing caramel popcorn you've ever had. Now they also have all these other caramel treats that I've never had to try, because I always go there and I'm like, oh, I really want the popcorn, so I just go ahead and get the popcorn. So there's so many good items in there. You cannot go wrong with like Werther's caramel creations. It's a great snack. Where that's located is in the Germany pavilion in Epcot. So when you go in Epcot and go into the World Showcase right into Germany, it's the snack service, I think, right on your right as soon as you go into the Germany pavilion. Okay, and then for number 2 is at Hollywood Studios is Sci-Fi Dine-In Restaurant. This is just a pretty standard burger and chicken tenders type location. It is table service, but they have, of course, really good milkshakes as well there. But what's really neat about it is you go and you sit in these like old style cars, and you have this little table, and you're looking at a movie screen. So it looks like you have a drive-in theater where you're eating. So it's all like dark with like this, like the stars in the sky and stuff like that. It is such a it's such a cool restaurant to go to. It's actually really romantic as well. So if you want to take someone on a date, that would be a perfect one to go take them to. But definitely recommend that. Everyone will love that. It's not really great for like a really big party though, because I don't know how you fit everybody. I think everyone would just kind of be in 2, 2, and 2. So it really is great for a couple to go. But also with kids and stuff like that, they could easily get in the car right next to you or behind you as well. And then finally, number 1, my all-time favorite restaurant, which I got to go there this last time, and if you all saw my last vlogs about this, and if you haven't checked out my last Disney World vlog, make sure you do so. But it's Cinderella's Royal Table. Now this is amazing. You get an appetizer, an entree, and a dessert, and it's also a character meal, but it is inside the castle at Magic Kingdom. So what's neat is you go and you sign in to do your to check into your to the restaurant. You go in and it's like you're going into the lobby of the lobby of the palace, and you get to meet Cinderella and have your picture with her, and then they will call your name. They will take you up the staircase, and you can see all the glitter and everything. It's really beautiful. You see inside this castle. Then you go on the 2nd floor, and you can actually sit there and see out into Fantasyland. So we were lucky enough to make our reservation to where we could see the fireworks inside the castle, and so we were able to watch it fire off outside of our windows, because you look out towards Fantasyland and you're able to see it there. And it's a character meal, so you get to see other princesses. So I think we saw 4 other princesses, because I know you saw Rapunzel, Snow White, I think Jasmine, and I think Ariel. Yeah, so we got to see all of those princesses come through, and they also have like this little wishing star moment, and they give them a little wand. It's really, really great. And I dressed up both my little girls in a princess outfit that they chose, and I definitely recommend doing that. If you're gonna do Bippity Boppity Boutique, that'd be a great night to have to do that. Is on the same time as that reservation. Like not same time, but like that day, do the Bippity Boppity Boutique, and then that night have the reservation at Cinderella's Royal Table. So it's, even if you didn't do that, like I didn't do that, I just dressed them up in their dresses and then fixed their hair, and then they went, and it was great for pictures. It's some of our favorite pictures for sure is at Cinderella's Royal Table. So, and if you can, on your way to your reservation, try to stop in front of the castle and get some pictures of you, and especially of your kids if they're dressed up in princess outfits. Get them to have some pictures in front of the castle, and it's just so magical. So Is it expensive? Absolutely. It is expensive, but is it worth it? Yes. So we definitely liked it for one time. I'm not saying I would do it every single time because I do like to eat at different locations, but if I'd never been to Disney World or if I'd never done it, I would put Cinderella's Royal Table on the list for sure. So those are my top 10 restaurants and the reasonings for it at Disney World. Super love it. Definitely Magic Kingdom heavy, but I love Magic Kingdom probably the best anyways. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. Please again, comment down below what your favorite Disney restaurant is. I'd love to see what your favorite Disney restaurant is. And then just for fun, you could also put your favorite non-Disney park restaurant. So like maybe you like Beaches and Cream at the Beach Club Resort. So there's all kinds of great restaurants out there. So just comment down below your favorite theme park restaurant and your favorite non-theme park restaurant. So again, that would have been Cinderella's Royal Table for me. And then my favorite non-theme park restaurant would then probably have to be Whispering Canyon because I absolutely love that. So thank you so much for watching. God bless, be adventurous, and I'll see you next time.